Hello and welcome to all of you for today's lecture. Now today we are going to solve some numericals from the earlier question papers. The first numerical is C5H4O2. So neglecting oxygen, we can calculate the sites of unsaturation. Four sites of unsaturation. Okay, that is first part. So four sites of unsaturation suggest that it can be a aromatic compound. Now the second thing, the infrared, this indicates the presence of aldehyde because 2700 is CH, 1680 is carbonyl, especially when it is conjugated. These three data or these three peaks suggest that they are aromatic protons. This suggests the aldehydic group. So with 5 carbons you got to have aldehyde and 3 aromatic hydrogens, and it has to be like 2 oxygens. One is utilized as aldehyde, second can be utilized in the form of ring. So this is furan, and you can think of this so this one coupling constant is 5, doublet 5 Hz, and this one is 2 Hz. This is 9.67, and simply you can put 7.72. This is 6.63. Doublet of a doublet, so doublet of a doublet probably, and then this one is the remaining one. So this is what appears like doublet of a doublet. So this is 1 to 4 pattern, and the coupling constant 5 Hertz suggests that it is a heterocyclic ring. Heterocyclic rings would have smaller coupling constant as compared to carbocyclic rings. The second example, once again the data you can interpret. This is carbonyl group, and C6H14, C6H6, 4 sites of unsaturation. Okay. Once again carbonyl group is there, and 2 oxygens are there. So this is COCH3 without any problem. These are aromatic hydrogens. So once again it is the furan derivative, hopefully this one. Yeah, 1 to 4 pattern is same, doublet, doublet of a doublet, and doublet. So these 3 hydrogens are aromatics protons, and this is 2.1. so that is the much similar to the earlier one. Only thing is here it is ketone. The earlier example it was an aldehyde. Okay. Now moving on to third example, C8H13NO3. Now these two things you can think of carbonyl group. This you can think of amide, because since we have nitrogen, we can always think of amide, and here you can think of acid or like ketone or ester, So let us see the PMR. Quartet 2 proton, triplet 3 protons. So this is the pair. CH3 CH2O, 2 proton 3 proton. So this is ethoxide group. Then the second pair is, this is twice CH2 having CH2 and but it is a symmetrical compound. So you have to accommodate all the functionalities in it and put the structure. Three oxygens are to be accommodated. So I am putting one structure here. Nitrogen has to be there because that will satisfy the trivalency. If I put nitrogen here, this amide is there, and in addition to that you got to have, so this is carbamate type thing. This carbonyl is 1690 because this is enjoying the resonance. 1725 can be assigned to this. 3.8 is this CH2 and 2.45 is next to carbonyl. So that is the distribution of amongst the methylene groups. Okay. Moving on to fourth example, C4H6O2, C4H10. So two sides of one saturation, 2 proton, 2 proton, 2 protons. So all methylenes are there. So you can with 4 carbons, I can think of a 5-membered ring. This is 4 delta, 2.5 and this is 1.2. So 4 because it is attached to oxygen which is having reverse conjugation. This is 2.5 which is next to carbonyl, and this is 1.2 which is having methylene group as intervening group on either side. 1780 can be this lactone because of the ring strain. Okay. That is example number 4. So sides of unsaturation and all you can calculate. C3 H5 H3Cl5. So C3 H8, if I substitute all 5 chlorine with 5 hydrogens, it is C3H8 it is a saturated molecule. Saturated compound, 4.52 triplet, 1 proton and 6O7 doublet 2 proton. That means this compound is going to have this functionality. So CH2 CH are mutually coupled and CH2 is de-shielded. So I will just put Cl here and 1 carbon is left. So all 3 chlorines are attached here. So minus I effect will de-shield this to 6 and this is 4.52. Doublet, triplet because they are mutually coupled. This is fifth example. Now the sixth one. Sixth one is quite similar. Here once again it is C3H8. If we are substituting 3 hydrogens for 3 chlorine, it is C3H8. So saturated compound. 2.3 singlet, 3 proton is CH3 isolated and CH2 again singlet isolated, that means these are the substituents, and by default the substituents are Cl. So, this is 4.02, this is 2.2. The minus I effect is operating everywhere. So, methyl as well as methylene are de-shielded because of the inductive effect of halogen, because halogen is directly attached to the carbon. Now, here it is beta, but here it is directly alpha, here also it is alpha. C5H8O. Now, C5H12, C5H8. So, 4 hydrogens are missing. So, 2 sides of unsaturation. Triplet 3 protons, that is CH3 CH2. Doublet of a quartet, doublet of a quartet, 2 protons, then 1 proton, this 1 proton, they looks like olefinic proton, because from the chemical shift it is clear. And doublet of a quartet means this CH2 having CH3 on one side and probably CH on another side. So, that is why this is doublet of a quartet. So, something like this, and 9.35 suggest aldehydic group. From these values it is aldehydic CHO. 1635 may be the carbon-carbon double bond of olefin. Okay. So, if I put everything together, and the 13 Hertz is a trans coupling. So, you need to have trans hydrogens first of all. This coupling is 13 Hertz, this is going to be there, and then you got to put aldehyde here, that is one thing, and then CH2 CH3, this is doublet of a quartet, this is triplet, this is doublet of a doublet, maybe this is coupling and it is also coupling with one of these, maybe aldehyde is also showing doublet, means aldehyde is also coupling with either this or this. So, this one is doublet of a doublet, doublet of a doublet, this is also doublet of a doublet probably. So, aldehydic is 9.35, that is without ghost, without an alpha beta amongst these, alpha will be 5.9 and beta will be always de-shielded 7-8, because this kind of electrons are flowing. So, beta becomes de-shielded, alpha is always up-filled. 1.1 and 2.2, that is by default it will come because they are the protons of alkyl chain. Okay. Two more examples are there, so let us solve them also. Okay. Yeah. The next example is 8th one. OMe minus we'll abstract this proton. So ultimately what we have this cyclopropanone type intermediate. So this is your Favorsky rearrangement. OMe minus then attacks here and it opens up preferably here. So this is 3.3 delta, this is 1.2 delta, both singlets, because the methyls as well as this methyl, the tertiary butyl group is one set, this is another set. So you will get two sets in proton NMR. So that is a small reaction, the Favorsky rearrangement. Okay. Now there are two examples. It is a di substituted ring. So you can think this is di substituted from this. This is mono substituted aromatic ring. Okay. C10H22 minus C10H12. So 5 sites of unsaturation are there. So besides aromatic ring, there has to be one carbonyl group which can take care of the site of unsaturation, the 5th site of unsaturation. So let me put two compounds simultaneously and we'll see which groups are to be attached, so that this will satisfy the. Now this is relatively easy because it is mono substituted, and now you got to have triplet, triplet and singlet. So CH2, CH2, CO, CH3, triplet, triplet, singlet. 2.75, 2.85, anything you can assign. So that is compound number B. Now moving on to first one, di substituted. So 3.7 singlet, 3 protons, that is 2.15. The first one, let us check. Singlet, 3 protons. So that is little tricky, but di substituted. So let us check. Triplet, quartet we can directly give. This is a little exaggerated number. CH2, CH3, this will take care. CH2, CH3 is this one, and another thing, now this value looks so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, 10. So this looks okay, but this value is faulty. But anyway, these are the isomers, and these are previous year's question papers. So we have to just put these structures. So A and B, that was expected with some justification, of course. That's all for today. Next time, once again, I will come up with another set, and once we are done with proton NMR, we have to start with the C13 for MSc, and after that the mass spectrometry. So those two techniques are still there. We have enough time, I guess. University should not declare the exam abruptly, just like BSc. I don't know, but we'll try to finish the things in time. That's all. Thank you.